What if I told you that in the next Bitcoin bull run, one company could actually buy Bitcoin faster because the price is going up, not slower, faster, and that this strategy already worked in 2023 and 2024? That company is MicroStrategy, also known as Strategy. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 powerful charts that explain exactly how MicroStrategy turned the last bull run into a Bitcoin accumulation machine. And then we're going to run the math. What happens if Bitcoin hits $200,000? What happens to Bitcoin per share? What happens to STRC? And what could happen to MSTR stock? But before we begin, this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Now let's break this down step by step. Take a look at this first chart. This shows MicroStrategy's total Bitcoin holdings over time. Now notice something important. From 2021 to 2023, their Bitcoin holdings increased slowly, even during the bear market. Even when Bitcoin was falling, they kept buying. That's conviction. But now look at late 2024 and into 2025. The line doesn't just go up, it jumps. Huge vertical increases. That means they were buying massive amounts of Bitcoin in short periods of time. And here's the key insight. They accelerated buying as Bitcoin was rising. Most people buy less when prices go up. MicroStrategy bought more. So the question becomes, where did the billions of dollars come from? That answer is in chart number 2. This chart shows something called mNAV. Don't let the name scare you. It's simple. NAV means net asset value. In this case, how much their Bitcoin is worth. Now, here's how this works. Imagine MicroStrategy owns $10 billion worth of Bitcoin, but investors value the company at $20 billion. That means investors are paying double. That's called a premium. And in past bull markets, MicroStrategy has traded at 2x, even 3x its Bitcoin value. Why? Because investors expect them to buy more Bitcoin in the future. Now here's where it gets powerful. When MSTR trades at a premium, they can issue shares at high prices, raise billions of dollars, and buy more Bitcoin, which increases Bitcoin per share, which excites investors, which keeps the premium high. This creates a loop. Bitcoin rises, MSTR rises, they raise capital, they buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin per share increases, stock rises again. This is called reflexivity. It feeds itself. But here's the big question. If they keep issuing shares, doesn't that dilute shareholders? That brings us to chart 3. This is the most important chart, sats per share. This shows how many satoshis back each MSTR share. Remember, 1 Bitcoin equals 100 million satoshis. Now look at the trend from 2020 to 2026. The number keeps increasing, even though they issued shares. Let that sink in. They diluted shares, but they bought Bitcoin faster than dilution. That means each share represented more Bitcoin over time. That is why MSTR outperformed Bitcoin in the last cycle, because investors weren't just buying Bitcoin exposure, they were buying increasing Bitcoin exposure. Now, before we go into the 200K scenario, if you're enjoying this breakdown, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps more people discover deep analysis like this. Now, let's do the math. Right now, based on the chart, each diluted share has around 195,000 satoshis. Let's convert that. 195,000 sats equals 0.00195 Bitcoin. Now imagine Bitcoin hits $200,000. We multiply 0.00195 times 200,000. That equals $390. So at 200K Bitcoin, each MSTR share would be backed by $390 worth of Bitcoin. But remember chart 2, MicroStrategy trades at a premium. Historically, 2x to 3x during bull markets. So let's calculate. At 2x NAV, 390 times 2 equals $780. At 3x NAV, 390 times 3 equals $1,170. That means MSTR could trade between $780 and $1,170 in this scenario. But now we add something new, STRC, Stretch Preferred Stock. STRC allows MicroStrategy to raise capital without issuing as many common shares. That means they can buy more Bitcoin without heavy dilution. So let's imagine STRC allows them to increase Bitcoin per share from 0.00195 BTC to 0.0022 BTC. Now we multiply again. 0.0022 times 200,000 equals $440 per share in Bitcoin backing. Apply the premium again. At 2x NAV, $880. At 3x NAV, $1,320. So in this scenario, STRC strengthens the flywheel. More capital, more Bitcoin, higher Bitcoin per share, potentially higher MSTR price. Now let's talk about STRC. STRC pays yield. It's designed for income investors. So in a bull run, two things happen. First, if Bitcoin rises and MicroStrategy's balance sheet strengthens, STRC becomes safer. Second, if interest rates fall during a bull cycle, yield products become more attractive. That could increase demand for STRC, which allows MicroStrategy to raise even more capital, which feeds the flywheel again. It becomes Bitcoin up, MSTR up, STRC raises capital, more Bitcoin bought, Bitcoin per share up, repeat. Let's summarize. In 2023 and 2024, MicroStrategy proved something. They can use rising Bitcoin prices to buy more Bitcoin through capital markets. The three charts show acceleration of holdings, premium expansion, increasing Bitcoin per share. Now, with STRC added to the system, the next bull run could look different, possibly stronger, possibly faster. But remember, markets are volatile. Premiums can shrink. Bitcoin can correct. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. But if Bitcoin reaches $200,000, the math becomes very interesting. If you found this valuable, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.